Hey Benj, hey, free this. You
Alright,
depend. Trump is so indecisive that he eats breakfast for dinner.
you're not good on
What
noise,
you
but
think?
you depend on the ear, my youth. You depend on the ear to record, my youth.
Oh, eh? But you never
You
tell him,
think, no,
my
my youth, on top of foolishness.
alright, yeah. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, Richard, and I have World War III updates. Okay, so Donald Trump has gotten his hands on some Viagra. So you know what that means? Dick measuring is back on.
You talk about your nuclear capabilities, but ours are so massive and powerful that I pray to God that they will never have to be used. It goes
My dick is so massive and powerful. We pray we'll never have to use it. Yeah, I pray so too because we've seen what disaster happens when you do. Can I see another picture? No, another picture. Wait, it's not the same picture. Shit, man. Why does that dude always look like he's constipated? Hmm. I guess like father, like son. So, Kim Jong Un Donald Trump relationship is one of those couples that no one want to make it, but everyone is rooting for it. We have offered them something special. Come on, Trump. We all know how much you like holding awards in your tiny little hands. How could you make this one get away from you, Trump? So after months of waiting for this to happen, Thursday, May 24, 2018, Trump said this.
I'd like to begin by saying that based on the recent statement of North Korea, I've decided to terminate the planned summit in Singapore on June 12th.
Why, Trump? Why? We offered you Nobel? I can't say I'm surprised though. Trump has been pulling out of deals all year long. First, having a federal budget, then the Iran deal, now the North Korean deal. What's next? Mexico, you no longer have to build the wall. All this makes you feel like Fred Trump should really have pulled out that night on September 1945.
12th. Well, many things can happen, and a great opportunity lies ahead potentially. I believe that this is a tremendous setback for North Korea and indeed a setback for the world.
A tremendous this, a tremendous that. This is first and foremost a tremendous blow to the American credibility. That's like going to a shop, ordering the goods, handing over your money, and then the shopkeeper said, "Sorry, we close." And North Korea did give up something. They gave up their nuclear testing, and apparently they gave up hostages.
you. In the meantime, I do want to thank you for the release of the hostages who are now home with their families. That was a beautiful gesture and was very much appreciated.
Now,
So Trump is like a player's girlfriend who he wants to marry. So she says to him, if you are serious, then you're gonna have to give up the ladies. And now he's called all the ladies, and gotten rid of the girls. And then she's like, I don't think we gonna work out. Yeah, I'm sorry, my producer. Hold on. Producer is telling me that there's some breaking information. Let's go to that.
Now, just when the world thought that there is no possibility of a summit between Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un, there is another twist to the tale. In a statement today, the U.S. President Donald Trump said that he continues to remain in dialogue with North Korea. He did not rule out a summit on the 12th of June either. Earlier in a tweet, the president said, quote, very good news to receive the warm and productive statement from North Korea. We will soon see where it will lead, hopefully to long and enduring prosperity and peace. Only time and talent will tell, end quote.
What the fuck? Trump, can't you wait until we are finished with one news story before you give us another? Shit, you're like a quantum particle. We think you're one outcome,
then we start looking at you more closely, only to find out you're the opposite.
We're going to see what happens. We're talking to them now. It was a very nice statement they put out. We'll see what happens. No, we'll see what happens. It could even be the 12th. We're talking to them now. They very much want to do it. We'd like to do it. We're going to see what happens.
Man, so if everyone wants this, why the fuck did Trump cancel it? But it's kind of like the way he started his presidency, with everyone not wanting him to be president.
Everybody plays games. You know that. You know that better than anybody.
Oh, so you're playing games. Good news for everyone who was killed in World War III. It's going to be very comforting to know it was just a game. You are the President of the United States, not a class clown. Okay? There was once a boy who played games, and when he was serious, no one believed him. Long story short, he was eaten by wolves. I'm very upset though. I'm very, very upset. Because do you know how hard I've worked on this story? You know, I'm still gonna do this story. I don't care. I'm gonna do this story. Why don't you watch this while I recompose myself? Watch this.
Question everybody's asking: what exactly is the White House thinking? What exactly is President Trump thinking? I mean, his tone has been far more positive than that of members of his national security team and the rest of the White House staff. Just 24 hours ago, White House officials were talking about a trail of broken promises by North Korea. They were saying they couldn't even get North Korea on the phone. Now, President Trump says that the US and North Korea are in contact with one another, and he says that he's hopeful that the summit will be back on, possibly even by June the 12th.
So hold on. So the White House is worried about broken promises. How can they allow President Trump to be president? He has said he would take back American jobs from China when he has actively created jobs in China. He promised he'd build a wall. No wall there. He promised that if you go to Trump you'll qualify for so many jobs, folks, so many jobs. And we all know how that turned out. Is the definition of broken promises. Broken dreams, just broken. Did you see how Iran cried over Trump canceling the deal with them? They were just getting over their debt to America chanting addiction. You know, and they were so happy. Right? And look what you did to them, Trump. It's clear to me that Trump's dream is to fuck the world. I think about it. If you notice, he keeps going in and out, in and out, in and out. Is it possible that Trump has realized that Kim Jong-un is no baby? No baby, no baby. But now that Trump has pulled out of the peace talk, North Korea may not want back in. Especially after the words of "this wall was dressed as a person." See, I'm not the only one who doesn't want to die because of some stupid decision that Donald Trump makes. Why would they be happy though? That was like wanting an education and Trump saying we're going to use the Trump U model. You know, where you pay a lot of money and don't get an education. But wait. Let's study Trump for a second. You remember Trump said he would close the trade gap with China. He threatened sanctions. Sanctions. Yeah, that's like sending a child to stand and face the corner, and the child is like, ain't nobody wanna see your ugly face anyways. But it worked. It worked. China hit back with their own sanctions, right? But eventually they played ball, and according to Trump, China
will take all of the food that the US produces, and Trump will help Chinese-based telephone company ZTE. Now they're good friends. He's good friends with President Xi. Yeah, but it's nice to see that all that food will not no longer be going to waste. Now, do you remember how President Trump actually got North Korea to come to the table with fire and fury? So, and even managed to get them to release hostages. Wow. So, he has reminded Kim now about his nuclear capabilities and letting him know he's willing to accept an apology if Kim is willing to offer one. But this action does come with some consequences.
And it's also stupid because experts on the negotiations have said that Un almost wanted Trump to walk away from the summit. It allows North Korea to have more leverage. They can say that they entered into these negotiations with the U.S. in good faith and that it was the United States who went back on the deal, just like they did in Iran, kind of like they did in Libya. You just can't trust the United States. That's the narrative. And honestly, it's a correct narrative, especially under Trump. Unfortunately, it also hurts the U.S.-South Korea alliance because despite Moon's, in my opinion, Herculean-like efforts, he couldn't suck up to the thin-skinned child in the White House enough. So now that the U.S. has pulled out of the deal, North Korea can restart their nuclear and their missile programs. And if South Korea wants to continue talks with the North will have more leverage and may go back on what they initially agreed upon in that initial agreement because of what Trump has done.
Donald Trump is either the world's worst negotiator or the best one. Because I know. I know you're thinking, make up your mind. But guess what? You decide in the comments down below. Hey Benj, has President Trump ever called a press release to announce good news?
No,
Hey,
no.
this pulling out thing. Why did he pull out like in 2014? Right after he announced his candidacy.
No, too.
Somebody, please say fake news. Hey, why America always want to disarm people, but they always want to remain armed?
Them thing that
Yeah. I mean,
bust them
I don't trust
confidence.
these people that they're disarming, but I don't trust them worse because they want all the harm for themselves.
Not just
Hey, I wonder what Putin think about this.
all
Sorry,
in.
I'm busy now. I have to host World Cup. Hey, Trump, fuck up his chances of getting the Nobel Peace Prize. But there are few Nobel Prizes that are just for him. Nobel Troll Prize, Nobel Twitter Prize, Nobel Flip Flop Prize.
Changing minds often.
Hey, Trump was entering the White House the other day, and a security grabbed him by the hair. And he's like, "What the hell are you doing?" And the security is like, sorry. We had to make sure because, Mr. President, you are in the Guinness Book of World Record for having the most impersonators. Hey, Trump is so stupid. He's so stupid. He once challenged a person to an IQ test.
So all that stupid.
Well, the man, look at him. He doesn't know what a fucking wall is. Why would he know what an IQ test is? Probably think it's something that you can win online. It's some kind of online poll. And you know how much he loves those. He probably like every single online poll at my IQ far bigly. It's huge. It's called a miracle.
Why? Hey, don't worry yourself. Trump will answer this and say,
Fake news, folks, fake news.